Okay, so what we're going to do with this exercise is we're now going to take the standing that we previously practiced on the floor, and we're actually going to practice proper standing up. So what we're going to need for these props is you're going to need for sure at least one of these little blocks, and you're going to need a strap, and it's just easier, you're going to need a wall and a yoga mat. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just move a little bit away from the wall for this one. So again, what you want is you want to start at the base, so your feet together, big toes to touch. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to tighten the knee and draw the kneecap up. Essentially all this really does is just contracts the quads. And then what you're going to do is you're going to compact those hips. So where it dimples on the sides here, you're just going to dimple it more, as if you're wearing a big thick elastic band along your hips. And then if you're having trouble understanding what the rolling the upper inner thigh in is, it's great to practice with a block and to get that femur head moving in. So you're going to take a block and you're going to put it as high up as you can in between your legs, right up to the top, okay? And see if you can still maintain your feet together. And if you can't, well, then just move them apart as need be, but maintain that as best you can, okay? So this is the upper inner thigh rolling in, as if you're pushing the block out behind you. This would be the opposite, rolling the upper inner thigh in, and this is actually very common. And if you see some people like this, they ultimately develop this kind of soft bend in their knee as they're walking around. Their big thighs are poofing forward, and it's kind of this dumpiness in the back here. So you want to change that orientation of the femur by rolling the upper inner thigh in. But now look at what happens over here. So before we had the floor pushing everything, the upper bum away from the back, but we don't have the floor anymore. So now you got to engage these muscles all by yourself. So you're going to take this upper bum and move it away from the back, maintaining everything that we've just worked on. So tighten the kneecaps, draw the kneecaps up, tighten the dimple this a little bit more, and then spin the upper inner thigh in and upper bum away from the back, and front thigh to the back thigh. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to roll those shoulders back and down, but make sure you don't poof too much forward. And then you're just going to press the upper inner thigh in, or press the upper ribs in a little bit, so that the action doesn't go into my lumbar spine. See that? Trying to open up the shoulders, it went into my lumbar back. Lumbar spine, I can even feel it. So roll the shoulders back. And now we're going to throw in some arm movements in there while we're maintaining all of this. So the strap, again, you want to make sure that the strap is as wide as your shoulders about. If you have very tight shoulders, you might want to make it a little wider, but this should be good. You want to try that? Mm-hmm. And then just put it just below the elbow, on the forearm there. Just below the elbow. Let's see. Does that need to be a little bit wider?
Let's see. How's that?
It's maybe a little narrow, just a little wider. There. That's probably good. Hit out against the strap. Bring your shoulders up to 90, and then plug in the arm. See that? If we didn't plug in the arm, unplug them. Then you go up with your arms, no space. So everything is about creating space and length in the spine. So make sure that you plug in the shoulders, just draw them in, and then slowly bring your arms up. As you're doing that, you want to think about rolling the tricep over the bicep. Tricep over the bicep. This is a tricep over the bicep. Tricep over the bicep. And what we're doing is we're just getting the right orientation of the arm, the glenohumeral head, into the arm socket here, and we're opening up this area, opening up this front chest area, all making sure to really work the legs. Tighten the kneecap, draw the kneecap up, front thigh to the back thigh, dimple this, roll the upper inner thigh in and upper bum away from the back, and make sure that you're not letting the action go into the lumbar spine, and bring your arms back down. And we can do that several times. You can change the orientation of the arms and have them up this way and do the same thing. How long do you hold this? Aim to for 30 seconds as a start, work towards a minute, and do it probably 2 to 4 times, each time allowing the first time to teach the second time what to do, and always aim to improve that, but never let the action of the legs go, because otherwise if you've got very tight shoulders, all the action will start to go in your lumbar spine. And this is typically what happens with people, is the action with tight shoulders, all that movement that the shoulders should have brought actually goes into the lumbar spine or the neck. And this is why we have increased back pain and neck pain, because the shoulders are not doing what they're meant to do. Okay, so this is practicing standing with some props and making sure that you're getting that right alignment. Okay, we'll do the next one right away.